Welcome back, Magic Tribe. I hope all of you are having a fantastic Sunday, and I hope you're ready to take a look ahead at our week. We're going to pull some cards and see what the energies have in store for us this week. Uranus stationed direct today, so we're going to be stepping away from looking at our path and starting to move forward today. So we're going to start with our Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer. And I love this deck. And we're going to pull 5 cards for the week and 1 for the weekend. So let's get 1. Our first card is Rain, Clouds, funny, the Lotus Flower, and we have Ancestors, DNA, Dawn, and the Winter Solstice card for the weekend. Let's get some cards from our there we go. Okay. From our Universe Has Your Back deck. And the Universe Has Your Back deck is by Gabrielle Bernstein. And she wrote the book Universe Has Your Back, and that was a really good book. We enjoyed reading that one. Also, a side note, we will be finishing Tomorrow's God during the Walk with Spirit episode, which is going to be at 4:30 today instead of 3:30, obviously, because I'm doing the Sunday set point right now. Our first card is the same one we pulled earlier today. Hope is the conduit for miracles, so we are definitely kicking off the week with that. Get 1 for Clouds. Okay. Lotus Flower. Alright. DNA and Dawn. Oh, nice. That. One more. Okay. Now we'll get an Affirmators card, and then we'll start this off. I think I already have a pretty good idea where we're going this week. 1, 2, 3, and yep, we definitely have some carryovers. So Friday. Oh, I pulled 2 out for Friday. And the weekend. The weekend gave me 4 cards, so I'm going to take all of them out. All right, so we'll have 2 for Saturday and 2 for Sunday from the Affirmators deck. Let's start looking at these cards, all right? Okay, so for Monday, we have a return of Vitality, okay? Hope is the conduit for miracles. And the Rain and Purification card. Okay, so I'm going to read James T. Farmer's. Okay, so Vitality for tomorrow says, I'm healthy and vital and strong, and my radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior, and everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try to penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. 'Cause hope is the conduit for miracles, and we've been doing what? Our purge process, which is what the Rain card represents, the purification of our environment, our person, our emotions, our very essence itself. And let's see what it says in the book, though, for rain. Okay, so rain says, purifying your mind, body, and spirit is the task that's put before you. Purify your mind by identifying a prominent belief you carry about yourself that inhibits you from being fully engaged in life. From showing up 100% of the time. Purify your heart by allowing yourself to breathe in and out blessings and forgiveness so that you can love even more deeply. Let yourself feel grief. Truly feel it, so that the rivers of your tears become miniature baptisms that help heal the wounds in your soul. If necessary, detoxify your body, the temple and seat of your soul, by changing your diet, doing a cleanse for a few days, or simply drinking more water. Increasing the daily amount of water you drink with deep appreciation for its purpose will revitalize your spirit. It is no wonder that in some indigenous languages, water is called lifeblood, as it is so essential to every form of life on earth. Take time to purify yourself tomorrow, everyone, before we get into this week, okay? It's going to be really important because Tuesday we have the shape-shifting card, or the cloud. So I'm sensing an imminent change on the horizon. It's going to bring you confidence, or you're going to need your confidence. And our reminder from Spirit says, I am a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. It looks like Tuesday we're going to be offered that opportunity. Hello, Rainbows to Marios. So nice to see you, Rebecca. So let's see what Clouds has to say. Maybe it can shed a little bit more light on what we can look forward to on Tuesday. Okay, so in both subtle and more dramatic ways, you can shapeshift by your choice of clothing, hairstyle, adornments, and even mannerisms, such as facial expression, gestures, and the way you walk. By adjusting these along with your internal attitude, you can actually display different personas. When you experiment with these variations of self-expression that are not how you ordinarily present yourself, others will react to you, depending on the degree in which your persona contrasts with the one they are most familiar with. Be like the clouds as you try out different forms, stretching your limits at times, willing to move and adjust as necessary. Lift your head up, square your shoulders, and stand tall, such that your chest and... Oh my goodness. Pardon the dogs. Give me just a second. Thor, come here. It's okay. Somebody must have pulled in. Shh, come here. Says you may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it. Okay, give me just a second, you guys, okay? I'm just going to mute this. Sorry, everybody. We had the mailman show up. Shh. Come here. It's okay. Life with 3 rescue pit bulls. Let me tell you, sometimes it's pretty loud. Okay, so let's get back to this. It says, lift your head up, square your shoulders, and stand tall, such that your chest and heart are open to the world, and know how this feels. You may feel vulnerable at first, but stay with it. Then let your shoulders fall forward slightly. Pull your chest inward an inch or two, and let your head drop a little, and observe how this feels as well. Experiment with contracting your aura, your energy field, then expand it as far as you comfortably can. By this kind of shape-shifting, you can consciously choose your expression into the world, Just remember who you are at the core. So I think it's asking us to stretch our boundaries a little bit on Tuesday, and that maybe by presenting ourselves as more open, we're going to bring more opportunities to us as well. Wednesday, we got the gentleness card again. Okay, we got it with the lotus flower. So there's going to be a little bit of unfolding on Wednesday, probably as a result of what happens on Tuesday. And we're going to have to be pretty gentle with ourselves about it. So remember, here is our message from the universe. On Wednesday says attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls from help. So if you feel like you're being attacked, or maybe you're feeling like you're attacking other people, it's simply a call for help. And the person just needs, well, probably to be seen. Often we don't feel like we're being seen. So let's see what the unfoldment card has to say about Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday says your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at all times, whether or not you are aware of it. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny. But even in that process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest. It's a natural cycle, one that cannot truly be coerced or halted. It has an innate rhythm of its own, one that's unique to the being that's you. You do not need to strive or be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon yourself or others, for that matter. Allowing is the key here. Allow the place in you that naturally wants to follow the light to do so, while recognizing that even when you have complete faith, you will face challenges and occasionally suffering. Your steady faith and love will guide you on your journey of returning to the light, though. Hello, Dennis. So let's see what Thursday has to say, because Thursday we got ultimate potential, the DNA karma card, and my very favorite prayer. Okay. We're going to end with that part. So, ultimate potential says, I choose to live a life of my fullest potential on Thursday. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned into anything else? No one really knows. By hindsight's 2020, right? So the DNA karma card says, aspects of your soul entered your primitive physical self long before you had begun to take form. While the DNA that you inherited from your biological parents has a physical component, it also has a soul pattern that came together in the creation of you. You are predisposed to follow the karmic dictates of this patterning to some extent. Yet, as you evolve in your consciousness and expand the light of awareness, you can make choices that shift and modify this ancestral design. This is one of those times. You can feel the tug of your soul that is both ancient and karmic, yet you also recognize the persistent and loving communication from your higher self that contradicts the more familiar solutions before you. The choice is up to you, but know that every time you heed the guidance of your higher self, no matter what etheric or physical form it takes, human consciousness is elevated. In a sense, it becomes a choice between destiny and fate. And our prayer for Thursday and all of this week really says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. So that's going to be very important on Thursday to remember. You are being guided to perceive things through the eyes of love instead of the eyes of fear. Okay, let's see what Friday says. We got no judgment and peacefulness on Friday. My vibes speak louder than my words. And the dawn of new beginnings. So peacefulness says, I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. And this is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it. And I can get my security deposit back because I've reached this peacefulness through no judgment. I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it into my office, and tell it to take a permanent vacation. As it leaves the room, I'm going to let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. And I'm not going to worry about who hired that guy, because that's irrelevant. New Beginnings says, when you witness the initial stages of dawn without the benefit of a clock or other timepiece, for a while you may not be able to discern whether the sky is really lightening. The stars remain visible and shadows of the night still shape the landscape. It is that way with any beginning. It is difficult to tell where the old ends and the new begins. Gradually, however, it becomes clear to your senses that the light is definitely increasing, and as you continue to observe, the world slowly wakes up, accompanied by all the sounds, smells, and freshness associated with it. Soon the first glimmer of the sun shows. A new day has begun, and this is a time to say farewell to the old and honor the new by releasing any self-imposed constraints or resistance to the truth that you know. This is your chance to develop that project you've been thinking about, embark on that adventure you have dreamed of going on, and take risks in initiating what your intuitive self has been telling you to do. As this prospect becomes increasingly visible and real, doubts and uncertainties may arise. But rest assured, just as dawn inevitably turns into day, by heeding your inner guidance, you will succeed. So it looks like we may be confronting a little bit of doubt and darkness about whether the path that we're on is really the one that we should be on this week. And, well, I can say that's probably the case because it's what I've been going through for the last couple of weeks, to be honest, on whether or not what I'm doing is really what I should be doing or whether I'm wasting my time. I'm going to take the fact that you guys keep still showing up as I'm not wasting my time. So for Saturday, we got joy and personal growth from the Affirmators deck. And then next Sunday, we got don't take it personally and divine timing. The overall cards we got for next weekend are winter solstice or the reflection card, and the presence of love will always cast out fear. So maybe we're learning to really let go of that finally coming into next week. And being that it's, well, between the two eclipses, that would make sense. The full moon will be on the 21st or the 20th, depending on where you are. And that's going to be a really big catalyst for a lot of people, myself included. I've been given that message. So let's see. Saturday says, as I move toward greater consciousness, I feel old habits and thoughts fall away. Like training wheels on a bike, they helped me get to where I am. But now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except when I'm making bike analogies or, using it as a reason not to repeat an old familiar pattern. And I'm going to concentrate on joy instead Saturday, because to enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy's like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it way better. Today, I'm going to add joy to everything. Really slather it on. Because I am the Orville Redenbacher of joy today, and nice popcorn is about to get it. Sunday says, everything is timing, and timing is everything. Gladly I release my concern over timing and let things happen when and as they will. I trust that the divine schedule makers know what they're doing. It can take a long time to reach divine middle management. I'm not going to take it personally, because if someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like, maybe they just pooped their pants. Yeah, that's probably it. So, it's kind of like my little episode with the trolls the other day on Higher Self. I had to confront a few people with some hard truths because they were giving me shit about the fact that I ask for donations. But what they don't realize is that I don't get paid for the 500 something videos that I've posted since February from YouTube. I don't get any compensation for this other than what you loving viewers send to me. And it's not a lot. So people riding our asses for coming out here and being vulnerable and giving our message to the world is kind of bullshit. And really, I think we're done with the trolling. This is not the world that we want to continue in. So I kind of just said, well, that's the way it is. And if you don't like it, don't watch me. I don't need you as a viewer. I'm here for the people who do resonate with the message and not for the people who are going to have a problem with everything. I don't see you out here doing it, right? So try to just be nice to people right now, especially the ones that are being shitholes to you. They have something else going on that really has nothing to do with you. So, let it be the water off a duck's back. Not your problem. Now, if you see an injustice, well, step in. But other people's misguided opinions don't matter. Okay? So just remember that going into this week. We're getting in touch with our vitality because things are changing. We're shifting to a new reality, one of our choosing, one that's based in love and not fear. But first, that means all the scary things are going to come out of the closet first because we have to confront them. Use the rain to wash it away. Let it go. And chalk it up to divine timing. Know that things are unfolding as they should, and that our new beginning is just around the corner. And when things get really dark, say this prayer to yourself. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer for guiding, or thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive the fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. And then be open to being guided. You'd be surprised how many things you miss by being dead set on being immovable. This isn't the time for stubbornness, everyone. It's the time for us all to become a little bit more fluid and realize that times are changing and we need to change with them. And it's not a bad thing. Maybe we're going to learn something new and cool, right? Like how to love each other better. So that's it for our Sunday set point for this week. I hope all of you have an excellent Sunday, and I'm going to be back at 4:30, and we're going to finish off tomorrow's God, and I'm going to let you know what the new books are going to be for our Sunday Walk with Spirit. Know, for me and Magic Mom Ministries, we love, appreciate, and are in full support of every single one of you, and I can never, in a year of Sundays, tell you how grateful I am for each and every one of you showing up for me every day. I know I'm equally showing up for each and every one of you. Be good, everyone, and I'll see you in about a half an hour.